Right, a very good afternoon to you all. Here we go again, Thursday, the 4th of January 2024, and we're here to take a look at next week's cold spell. Yeah, it's been in the forecast now for a few days. Models are really starting to firm up on this now, so we're going to take a look at it. We're going to have a look at how these anomalies, this cold weather, transfers towards the west of Europe. And then we'll just verify it with some ensembles, and then we'll have a sneaky peek because I know we've got an opportunity for colder weather next week. There's also something looming the week after that. All very interesting. So let's move it all along. So at the moment, here is this is the pressure pattern across Europe at the moment. This is the wind chart, and you can see that there's some fairly unsettled weather just to the northeast of Scotland over Shetland. Looks like there's a bit of a blow going on down on the Brest Peninsula, down in southwest France, or should we say northwest France, and over towards Finland as well. Quite a strong easterly breeze there, no doubt blowing in blizzards. So let's go on the storm watch. Let's go and find it. So let's head up to Shetland. There you go. Quite a miserable afternoon up there. Strong southeasterly breezes, driving rain and drizzle, and temperatures only about 3 degrees up there. Very, very raw. Down on the Brest Peninsula, you're milder there at the moment. Breezy, a sunny afternoon, 11 or 12 degrees, but look at those westerly breezes. No doubt there's gales blowing there in off the Atlantic over there on the Brest Peninsula. The other area of note, Helsinki, that's that cold Scandinavian freeze. You could head to Helsinki harbour this afternoon where you'll be finding wind-driven snow and temperatures of minus 17 degrees. Yep, still locked into the freeze up there in Scandinavia. Right, alternatively, things for a better balance. There is some good weather around, but you'll have to go a long way south to find it. This is down in Cyprus this afternoon, about 16, 17 degrees. Calm conditions. This is in Sitia in the far east of Cyprus. So yes, summer does hold on down there in the far south of Europe in the Mediterranean. Right, so these are the anomalies. I think we're starting to get used to this now. These deep purples are intense anomalies, 23 degrees below normal across Scandinavia, in stark contrast to Eastern Europe where you've got 10, 12 degrees above normal. That's quite some gradient, and where this gradient is taking place, you've got a bit of a battle going on, and that's resulting in snow. So we go to Gorodish. This is, I believe, southern Russia. Apologies, my geography, it's absolutely appalling for that part of the world. But this was Gorodish this morning, still relatively mild, but what's happened is that cold air has advanced from the east, and Gorodish turned from brown to white in a couple of hours today. So, yeah, a sure sign that the wintry weather in the east is slowly but surely starting to march itself westwards. Right, we're going to track these anomalies now for the next few days. So, we will start today. So, as we see, lots of oranges across Europe, across Western Europe, those deep purples, the cold weather waiting in the wings across the east. So we just push this forward to tomorrow. Note how the air is starting to cool now across parts of Germany, Eastern Europe, Poland, and Denmark. Move this forward through to Saturday. There you go. By Saturday, cold air now starting to push across the North Sea. Just that really mild air now just squeezed out to the far southeast of Europe down towards the Black Sea. By Sunday, there you go, you started to import that colder air now in towards the UK. And then we just fast forward this to Monday, and then Tuesday, there we go. There's that area of high pressure that we've spoken about, now bringing in very cold, frigid air off the near continent. We'll have a little look at 850s, the body of the air mass, and we'll have a little look at the 2 metre temperatures, and also we'll have a little check to see if there's any snow on offer with this cold spell next week. So there the anomalies. We'll now just take a look at these 850 HPA temperatures, and if we just start this from today, you will see that the real cold air is reserved for Scandinavia and far east of Europe. But just watch how this progresses westwards over the next few days. So this is today, this is tomorrow, this is Saturday, this is Sunday, and then this is Monday, and then this is Tuesday. So by then, these very cold 850 HPA. This 850 HPA is the temperature of the air 1500 meters up in the sky, and it's just a really good indicator for the body, the temperature of the air mass. And we see, when we was looking at this before Christmas, we were generally looking for things below -6, -7, -8 to start getting any wintriness falling from the sky. I guarantee, really, with winds off the North Sea, you're really looking at -9s or -10s. So, I know next week is going to be turning cold, but yeah, -6, -7, -8. We're in territory for potential wintry showers, some sleet and snow showers falling, but we'll need to just have a little look at the model now, the precipitation model, to see how it wants to play it all out. So, without further ado, we'll push this on from today. So yeah, we know about the rain across the south today. Sorry, Scotland. Let's get you involved. British Isles. There we go. Right, Scotland, you're back in the picture. Okay, so just moving this forward today. So we know about the heavy rain now that's affecting the far south of England, and you've got showers over towards the north of Scotland. But we're really interested in Sunday onwards. So by Sunday, we're starting to pull in a northeasterly breeze across the southeast of England, high pressure to the west and north, keeping things dry. Pushes forward through to Sunday. Notice how we're keeping that northeasterly feed going across many parts of southeast England, and by this stage, the other eastern parts of the UK. There's a few showers starting to come onto those eastern coasts. Right, push this through to Monday. It's looking pretty dry, isn't it? Yes, high pressure is there on the scene, but I've got to say it is looking pretty dry. We'll take a look at the ensembles to see if they're sniffing anything wintry. But yeah, I think really the signal for next week is that of something very dry, but a lot colder. Right, so what we'll now do is we'll take a look at these 2 meter temperatures. So we've seen that the 850s will be getting cold. They will be getting cold enough nearly to support snow. And we'll just take a look at these air temperatures as well. So today, we know about today, it's still fairly mild, 9s and 10s. In the south, 6s and 7s further north. This is Friday, things turning cooler. This is Saturday, and this is Sunday. So by Sunday, you're starting to pull in temperatures around about 4 or 5 degrees on the eastern coasts, and inland across England and Wales, 2s and 3s, and maybe even close to zero across parts of Scotland during the day on Sunday. Push that forward through to Monday. The cold air really starts to dig in by that stage. So you're talking temperatures on the east coast, probably 3s or 4s. We just zoom in on that. That will feel raw in that easterly breeze, but yeah, across many parts of England and Wales, temperatures of 1 to 3 will be on offer. These are your maximum temperatures. And across parts of Scotland on Monday, you're going to be seeing temperatures generally close to or even a little bit below zero. Just take this forward through to Tuesday. The cold air is still across the UK, sub-zero in many parts of inland parts of northern Britain and across Wales, and still with this perishing easterly breeze blowing across the south and east of England. Now, these temperatures of 2 or 3 are cold. We've been used to seeing temperatures in the range of 12 to 13, so this will be a bit of a shock to the system for sure. Right, what I will come on to in just a moment after we've had a look at the ensembles is something a little bit interesting for perhaps around mid-month. But for now, we're going to focus on the first stage, the first phase of the cold spell, which is going to be kicking in at the weekend. And we just take a look at those London ensembles. And these are your 850 temperatures. Remember, we're looking generally below -6, -7 for potential wintriness. And it's fair to say that around about the 8th to the 9th, temperatures are certainly cold. They do take a dip, don't they? There's a little bit of a recovery around the 11th, 12th and 13th, but look at those members towards the right-hand side. There's a lot of uncertainty at that, but if some of these model runs do manifest, you're going to be seeing some very, very cold temperatures. So something just to keep an eye on, and I'm going to show you a chart just before this all closes out. So that's London, and we'll just have a little look at these snow spikes as well. These are the Manchester 850s. So again, cold around about the 8th or the 9th. another potentially very cold spell developing mid-month, and then Inverness as well. Similar signal, cold around the 7th to the 9th, slightly less cold around the 10th to the 12th, but then another significant dip. Look at those 850s, -10, some of them lower, a little bit of uncertainty. There are still some warmer members in there, but yeah, I have to say we'll need to be keeping an eye on this. Next week's easterly may be dry, cold, and fairly tame. Perhaps the one the week after may have a little bit of bite to it. Right, let's have a little look at the snow spikes. So we'll go back to London to see if there is anything on offer. Certainly the charts didn't show it, but some of those ensembles are at least raising the risk of some snow flurries in the capital on Monday the 8th. Manchester the same, again similar, and note again from mid-month more of a signal for snow falling across Manchester as well. And then we'll just go up to Inverness. Well, yeah, you've not really got much of a signal for any sort of snow potential early next week, because that's because you are slap bang under the area of high pressure up there in Scotland. But look at signal over there from around about the 13th onwards. That is the second phase, and that is the one, as I've mentioned, that really could produce a bite. And if you're excited to just take a look at what this could look like before we close it out, this was the GFS run this morning for, I believe, the 16th of January. Very, very, and these are your 850 charts. So, you're pulling in -16s, -15s across the North Sea, even reaching -10, -9 as it reaches the landscape. English landscape, that's a good word, isn't it? Yeah, so yeah, -8s, -9s, -10. So yeah, something to keep an eye on. So before we close it all out, dry next week, just the risk of a few snow flurries as things stand, but we'll keep an eye on that. A bit of respite around the middle part to later part of next week, but another second bite of cherry around mid-month. We'll be keeping an eye on that. I'm going to sign off now. I think I've probably rabbited on for about 12 or 13 minutes. In the meantime, all have a lovely afternoon. Thanks very much for watching, and ciao for now.